You know, I like good deals on tools. So I've been seeing this Teemu on Facebook a while back, and I was thinking it was another whoosh, one of these Bang Good where you don't know really who you're buying the product from. And, it could be something completely not what you ordered, just some random stuff. You can't get your money back. So I had kind of just dismissed them. Then I seen an article talking about how you can get the same products that you would buy off of Amazon from Teemu, and that they're basically running Amazon out of business in China because Amazon cannot compete with them in a couple of the other of the Chinese platforms. So they're actually leaving the country for their platform, and that a lot of these goods are the same exact goods that you would have bought had you purchased them on Amazon. I looked at some of the listings, and it was the same exact brand, same pictures and everything. So I decided to place an order and see what we got, if it was truly a good deal or not, or am I buying just a bunch of garbage? So I will kind of go through some of this stuff real quick. I'm not necessarily going to do a review on everything, but I'm going to show what I have received and the quality of it. And I'll even try to maybe find the Amazon listings to compare the prices that I paid and whether or not I think it's the same exact item, just sold through a different retailer. Okay, so one of the first things I've got here is a chamfer plane. I've seen these over on Amazon. I usually use just a little router, but I've thought that sometimes the little chamfer plane would be nice to have a little bit more control. So it's basically a solid block of, I don't know if this is aluminum or what, powder coated. I got the one that has the extra little flange on the side of it. That way it will ride nice and smooth. It also has a whole bunch of different. So this looks exactly like the ones that you would get from Amazon. Right off the bat, so far, I'm looking good. So this is exactly what I was expecting. All right, let's see. Let's grab our next package. See what we got in here. It's almost like Christmas because I don't even remember what all I ordered. I just remembered ordering a whole bunch of different stuff. This is a marking gauge. Got a nice little edge on it right here. Again, very nice. The finish on this is like perfect. The powder coating is perfect. The action is nice and smooth. I mean, got the little tool to replace the cutter head. Not sure if it's got an extra cutter head in here, but this again is a very nice tool. Everything so far has been terrific. However, they're saying free shipping and free returns. So now this is the first item. Ooh, man, this thing is heavy. I'm gonna have to get a scale out and weigh this. I mean, heavy in a good way, not in a bad way. This is a solid piece of equipment here. So, I'm surprised about that. This is a square for a track saw guide. We've got the swing out to keep it over level, and then these are our clamps to clamp it in place. So this is 1.57 or 1 pound. Is that 5.7 ounces? Let's see. If we go to grams, that's 617 grams. So yes, this is about 1.5 pounds. Good, solid, everything seems to be tight. Clips seem to be nice and tight. All right, so just really quick, because I'm kind of excited about this, let me see if this thing is going to actually work. Man, it's beautiful there. Nice and solid. Now I know this is on the opposite side, which just because of where I'm at, is easier to put this on the track here, but it fits on perfectly. Although this hole is threaded, if I wanted to move this to this side, I could certainly do that. So definitely, I think I may even like this better than the name brand one. So these are nice little magnetic tips. Um, I mean, you can see how well they're sticking to my table here. Nothing wrong with them. You put them on your bit, and then that way it magnetizes, and you can stick your screw to the end of it. One thing I did notice though is like that fits nice and perfect on here. It's these bits, but whenever I went to the ones for the impact that were narrow, so then it's kind of loose up in there. However, it would still be able to stick a screw on the end of it. Okay, so we've got these calipers. Ridiculous how cheap this thing is. I should have bought about 5 or 6 of these. That way I can throw these around because it's measuring super accurate. And I mean, for that price, you know, I'm not being careful with it, just pulling it around. 0.3, let's go back to metric. Yeah, I mean, definitely. This way you don't have to worry about being super careful. My first mic, I was 40, 50 bucks or whatever it was. And, yeah, kept it in a nice container. But at the price of that thing, I can buy them. And if one breaks, not a big deal. All right. Got another nice little corner chisel. Whenever you're cutting out something with the router, you know, it leaves the round edge, and this way you can put this in that hole. Just a little tap on the handle and with a hammer, and you get a nice 90. Again, nice looking tool, nice kind of heavy spring is what you want it, because you're going to be hitting it with a hammer, but great little tool. And again, really good price. So this one, there's a little bit of, I don't know, on the anodized, there's a little marking which won't affect the tool itself. So I don't know if maybe this is was a reject, you know, from their other market, because most of these other tools, the finish has been perfect. This one, it could just be that that's the way this one came, or this one could be a reject. But the chisel itself, the edge is nice and good. The spring is nice and tight. The tools in there is nice and tight. So as far as a functionality, I think this is going to work perfect. All right. Here's a quick little, this is a set of drill bit stops. It's what, 6 of them in there, and they're all different sizes to put on different size drill bits. And now these are actually US sized. Yeah, I looked to make sure that I got, because most of them were metric, but they did have some that were with the US size. And I've got different types of drill bit stops, but you know, figure what the heck, we'll try them out. But those are definitely solid metal. It's I'm not for sure what kind of metal it is, but it's, you know, heavy enough that I do not think, oh, and it's actually stamped right on the side of it. I didn't realize that. Like, this is a 5/16. So they are stamped into the metal. I can feel it with my fingernail. All right. I have no idea, because it's been about a month since I've ordered all this stuff. And so I don't even remember what all I had ordered. I just wanted a wide variety of things. Oh, that's something super nice. And this is really nice. This is actually like a tin. You know how you used to get the old secrets or whatever? Now the tin box does have a little dent in it. But this is one of those kerf makers to where you can adjust your kerf, lock it in, and Yeah, I've seen these before, and they look really nice when you're trying to do slots and stuff to set them up, but they were always super expensive. Man, I done forgot. I got so many things here. What in the heck is this? Oh, oh man. This again, it's all in the descriptions. I'm not saying like when I said the one was small or whatever. Um, I can go back and measure it. All the items actually had descriptions of with the sizes of what they were. Um, but for some reason, I was thinking this was smaller, but it's not. So, oh, that's a. I was wondering what this was, but that's a big magnet. So that goes up into there, and then we can put this down. And this is a center finder. So as you can see in the past, I would get something and set it down, mark a line, turn it, mark a line, turn, mark a line, and then that would get me down to a center in there. This here is supposed to go across there, and then and as you can see, just the two lines gave me a nice crisp X. So that is a really nice center finder. So it can do either from a corner if you're wanting to find do a line coming off the corner, and so that's coming right there, or on a round object, get your perfect center with just two lines. Again, nice heavy tool. All right, so we're getting down towards the end here. Um, these are little pins that you can, when you're doing dowels, you drill your hole, you set the little pin in the dowel hole. And now this is a set of 4 different size ones, and they have the sizes that they were marked. All right, I got several of these little 1/4 inch router bits, and these are for little keyholes. Whenever I make little frames and stuff, I like to put the keyholes in the backs so that you can hang them on the wall. Um, got multiple different sizes of how big around, how far up the shank they were. They're all marked. They were marked on the site very good as to what they were. See, what is this thing here? Oh, this is a big old, this is a heavy 1/2 inch bit here. So I think that's a 22. Now, for making cutting boards, you want to do a chamfer. You don't really necessarily need that big 45 chamfer, just a little, but on a thicker board, you're making a 2-inch thick board, 1.5 inch. You're going to need something a little bit bigger. And I was just looking the other day. Yeah, this is a 22.5 chamfer. All right, so you've seen what I got. Everything was just ridiculously cheap. I mean, some of these items, it was 4 times more expensive on Amazon than what it was here on Temu. So I don't know just what it is, but Temu is wanting to gain popularity and build market share right now. So they don't care if they're losing money as long as they can make sales. So if you're looking for some deals, these were the exact same items that were selling on Amazon in most cases, except for sometimes they were 4 times more expensive on Amazon. Now I've got it going in the background. I was recording when I did the return, less than a minute and a half. My return was done. I had the option of going to the post office or UPS store. Super simple. Didn't cost a penny. And, I'm going to go ahead and get a credit on my Teemu account because, I think I'm going to be buying a lot more from them. Now, I had looked up and found on Reddit a coupon,
and it gave me a $50 discount. So not only when I was going through and the prices that you've seen on the screen were showing up when I put it into my cart, but then I put in that coupon. Now it was a maximum of $50 off, 50% up to $50 off. So I got the full $50. It was, I'll show you my actual invoice right here. Whenever I placed the order, it was going to be $174, I believe it was. And then I got the $50 off of that. So I paid about $120, $130 for all this stuff here. And there's a few more things I didn't show, but this is the actual invoice. I'm not going to put my affiliate links to any of these products on Amazon because you can get them quite frankly cheaper, and I don't want to sell something, just to try to make a profit off of it. So I'm going to put a link to the same coupon that I got, the $50 off at Teemu. And the only kind of caveat is that it would not let me use the coupon on the website. I had to use the app and download the app. But to me, so far, this thing is looking great. So hopefully you find some deals out there. And until next time.